welcome to another deep dive. Look, if you've ever felt like your to-do list is just completely overwhelming or you just wish you had more hours in the day, well, today's for you. We're digging into daily planning. And this isn't just, writing down tasks. It's more like designing your day, getting more done, feeling less stressed out.
Exactly, yeah. Our source material for this is a guide called How to Plan Your Day for Maximum Productivity. And really, our mission here is simple. We want to pull out the absolute essential nuggets, the bits that actually help you achieve more, cut down that stress, and just feel like you're back in control of your time. Because time, well, it's everything, isn't it?
It really is. Okay, so let's get into it. The guide starts with what it calls the foundation, clarity, and structure. And the very first thing, interestingly, is an action. It's getting clear.
Right.
It's just taking, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, either the night before or maybe first thing in the morning, just to map things out.
And the why behind that clarity is so important. The guide really pushes identifying your, quote, top 3 priorities. And these aren't just any tasks off your list. They need to be the things that directly connect to your goals, short-term, sure, but also the big long-term ones. Doing this is what stops you from just getting caught up in, busy work and makes sure your effort actually counts, has some real impact.
That makes a ton of sense. So you've got clarity, your top 3 things. How do you actually make space for them? The guide talks about time blocking.
Yeah, time block.
Which is basically assigning specific slots for tasks.
Right.
Like it says, maybe 9:00 to 11 more a.m. is for that big project, deep work. Then maybe 11:15 to noon is email time.
Yeah.
So you're actually building a schedule, like a real itinerary for your day.
And what's really powerful about time blocking is how it forces you to focus, helps stop tasks from just stretching out forever.
Yeah.
But here's a really smart detail. It includes buffer time.
Buffer time.
Yeah, like 10, maybe 15 minutes between the blocks. And it's not wasted time. It's brilliant, really. It accounts for those little delays that always happen or just gives your brain a second to switch gears before the next thing. It's realistic.
Right, because things rarely go exactly to plan. So, okay, we have a plan, we have blocks, but what about us? Our own energy levels. The guide gets into that too, right? Aligning tasks with how we actually feel.
Oh, absolutely. This is crucial. It strongly suggests scheduling the really demanding stuff. Writing, serious problem solving, strategic thinking for when you naturally feel most alert, your peak time.
Makes sense.
And then use those times when your energy dips, maybe mid-afternoon for many people, for the lighter things, clearing the inbox, routine admin tasks, that sort of thing. Which brings up a good question for you listening. Do you actually know your peak energy times? It's worth figuring out.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, another big one. Those massive projects that just feel paralyzing. You finish a huge report on your list and just want to hide.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So the guide has a really simple fix. Break it down. Instead of finish presentation, it's like create slides 1 to 5. Or maybe just draft the conclusion. Much less scary.
And the psychology behind that is spot on. It makes your progress visible, tangible. Each small chunk you finish is like a little win.
Right.
Which keeps you motivated, right? Instead of waiting for this one giant payoff at the very end, you get these little boosts along the way. It builds momentum.
Okay, so clarity, structure, energy, breaking things down. But what about just trying to do too much? I feel like that's where plans often fall apart.
Oh, definitely. The guide calls that out specifically. Overloading your schedule is a classic failure point.
Yeah.
And if you connect this back to the main idea, productivity isn't really about ticking off the most boxes. It's about ticking off the right boxes and doing them well. So being realistic about what actually fits in a day is super important. Trying to cram everything in usually means nothing gets done properly.
So true. Okay, but even the best plan can get sideswiped by, life, distractions.
Yeah.
How does the guide suggest dealing with those?
Yeah, that's the next piece. Actively controlling distractions. Because you're right, they can derail everything. It gives some really practical tips. Things like, turn off those non-essential notifications. We all know the ones.
Oh, yeah.
Set clear boundaries. If it's focus time, let people know you're unavailable unless it's urgent. And maybe even use tech tools like website blockers if you need that extra help. The point is, protecting your focus time is critical if you actually want to get that deep work done.
Okay, so we have all these strategies: clarity, time blocking, energy, breaking tasks down, being realistic, managing distractions. How do we make this a habit? Something that sticks and maybe even gets better over time?
Right. Sustainability. The guide talks about bookending your day with routines.
You can do.
Yeah, a morning routine to start strong and an evening routine to wrap up and prepare. So, morning could be anything that works for you: exercise, reading, maybe some journaling, mindfulness, just something to set a positive, intentional tone. And then the evening review is key. Look back at the day. What got done, what didn't, and really ask why it didn't get done. That reflection, that's how you learn and tweak tomorrow's plan. It creates this continuous improvement loop.
But things still go wrong sometimes, right? Unexpected meetings, emergencies.
Always. And that's where flexibility comes in. The guide really stresses stay flexible.
So don't just throw the whole plan out the window if something unexpected happens.
Exactly. It's about a mindset shift. See, disruptions not as failures, but just reality. Adjust the plan, figure out the next best step, and move forward. There's a great line in there. Planning is about direction, not rigid perfection. It's your compass, not chains.
I like that, a compass. So pulling it all together, these 9 points, they lead to this idea of review and improve, right? It's about consistency.
That's the core of it. The real magic, according to the guide, isn't in the first perfect plan you make. It's in the consistent process of planning, doing, and then reviewing. Over time, that's how you truly learn how long things take you, when your energy peaks, what your biggest distractions are. And that consistent practice, well, that's what helps you stop just reacting to everything life throws at you. You start actually leading your day, leading your life.
That really sums it up well. Creating that roadmap for success, moving away from feeling frantic and towards feeling, well, satisfied,
Oh,
accomplished.
exactly. So maybe a final thought for you to take away this week. Based on all this, what's just one small thing, one tiny adjustment you could try? Maybe it's identifying those top 3 priorities tonight. Maybe it's trying one time block tomorrow. Maybe it's just noticing your energy levels. Think about how even one small change could start a ripple effect, making your days feel a bit more productive, maybe a little more peaceful.